The twin suns hung low in the violet sky as Captain Jace Varin stumbled across the scorched sands of Durnok 5, his pulse rifle humming faintly in his grasp. His armor was cracked, blooded at the edges, the white insignia of the United Planetary Guard barely visible beneath the char. Around him, the battlefield was eerily silent. The raiders were dead, every last one of them. He hadn't meant to fight alone. Jace had landed with a team of 12. Elite. Trained. Armed to the teeth. They were supposed to clear a raider stronghold threatening supply routes on the edge of the Andran expanse. But something had gone wrong. The moment they breached the ridge, the sky lit with plasma. His team was torn apart in seconds. Only Jace survived, moving like a shadow through dust and death, bringing down the raiders one by one. Now, he wandered the desert in a haze of heat and grief. His water was gone. His vision blurred. Somewhere in the horizon, dunes shimmered like ghost waves. He collapsed. She watched from a distance. Tall, cloaked in midnight blue silks that danced in the desert wind, Lyra of the Naelari moved silently across the dunes. Her skin shimmered faintly in the starlight, iridescent, otherworldly. The Naelari were known for their secrets. Reclusive. Ancient. Hidden in the crags and canyons of Durnok 5. Few had ever seen them. None had seen the inside of their sacred caves. Especially not a man. But Lyra saw the human fall. His pain echoed in her senses. She approached cautiously, the sand whispering around her feet. He was unconscious, breathing shallowly. His armor told her he was a soldier. His body, despite injuries, radiated strength. But what intrigued her most was his spirit. It burned bright even in unconsciousness, a fire that refused to go out. She hesitated only a moment before lifting him onto her glider beast and vanishing into the canyon mist. Jace woke to cool shadows and strange smells, earth, herbs, and something floral. He blinked slowly, head pounding, chest heavy with cracked ribs. A soft orange glow illuminated the cavern walls. Crystals shimmered overhead. Strange symbols pulsed faintly around him, glowing on the rock like breathing ink. And then she appeared. At first, he thought she was a hallucination. Graceful. Alien. Beautiful. Her silver eyes met his with steady calm as she approached, carrying a carved bowl. "Drink," she said, her voice like soft wind on water. He stared. "Where am I?" "You're safe. Drink." He obeyed. The liquid was bitter, then soothing. Strength crept back into his limbs. His breathing eased. "I'm Jace," he said, after a pause. "I know." He frowned. "And you are?" "Lyra." "You saved me." "I watched you destroy an entire raider clan alone," she replied. "You saved many more than yourself." He tried to sit, wincing. "They killed my team." Lyra said nothing, only placed a hand gently on his shoulder, guiding him back down. "Rest. There is more healing to be done." Over the next few days, Jace recovered. The cave was unlike anything he'd ever seen, carved by ancient hands, full of bioluminescent plants, crystal pools, and etched murals telling stories of the Naelari people. Lyra was his only companion, tending to his wounds, speaking little but always present. As he healed, their silence began to fill with words. He told her of Earth, of the war, of the collapsing alliances between species. She told him of her people's exile, their guardianship over the sacred caves of Durnok 5, and the dangers that approached if balance was lost. "Why show me this place?" he asked one evening, sitting near a pool that reflected the light like 1,000 stars. "No man has ever seen it," she replied. "But you are not like others. You carry sorrow, but not hatred. You fight, but not for glory." He looked at her then, truly looked. "You're risking everything. Why?" Her eyes shimmered. Because you didn't let your pain turn you into a monster. You fought, and then you mourned. Silence stretched between them. Then he asked, "What is this place, really?" Lyra stood. "Follow me." She led him deeper into the caves, past guarded doors and glowing glyphs. At the end of a narrow tunnel, they stepped into a vast chamber. The walls pulsed with ancient energy. A massive tree grew in the center, its bark black as night, leaves glowing like embers. "This is the heart of Durnok," Lyra whispered. "The life force of our world. Few even among my people have seen it. If it dies, so does Durnok." Jace took a slow breath. The raiders, they weren't just scavengers, were they? No. They were hired. Someone wants to poison this land, to bleed the heart. His jaw clenched. Who? We don't know. But if this world falls, others will follow. Jace turned to her, his decision made before he spoke. Then we stop them. Together. Over the next few weeks, Jace trained with the Naelari warriors in secret. Though wary of him at first, they came to respect his courage, his tactics, and his pain. Lyra was always at his side, teaching, watching, sometimes simply sitting beside him in silence. They scouted the outer dunes, intercepted transmissions, and discovered something terrifying. A mercenary fleet was approaching. Bigger, better armed. This time, the heart would not survive. But Jace had a plan. He led a midnight assault on their forward base, disabling communications and redirecting their dropships into a trap laid deep in the canyons. Lyra and her warriors struck from above like living shadows. The battle was swift, brutal, final. And when the dust settled, Durnok still stood. Weeks later, under the soft blue glow of the heart tree, Jace stood with Lyra. "You could return to your people now," she said quietly. "You've done more than enough." He looked at her, his expression unreadable. "My people aren't waiting. Not anymore." Lyra lowered her eyes. "Then what will you do?" "I want to stay." She looked up, surprised. "I've spent so long fighting for things that didn't matter. This does." "You do." For the first time, she smiled. "Then come," she whispered, reaching for his hand. "There are still places within these caves even I haven't seen. If we go together, perhaps they'll open." As their fingers intertwined, the crystals above pulsed in a rhythm older than memory. And somewhere deep in the cave, a new passage opened. For the first time in history, a male walked willingly beside an Naelari guardian into sacred ground, not as conqueror, not as trespasser, but as something far rarer. As an equal. And the cave welcomed him home.